It's a cautionary tale of fear and lust and pride based on actual events where people died. Okay, no one died. I'm talking about Mean Girls the musical. Today, I'm going to take you through the ins and outs of Mean Girls the musical, much like Damien and Janice took Katie through the ins and outs of the social life of North Shore High. So, if you've been living under a rock for the past 14 years and you don't know what Mean Girls is, I'll catch you up to speed today. So Mean Girls was originally a movie written back in 2004 by Tina Fey that she later revisited and rewrote as a script. So Mean Girls follows around Katie Heron, who is homeschool jungle Africa freak. And for the first time, she goes to high school, her junior year, and she knows nothing. So her friends, Janice and Damien, art freaks, decide to show her the ropes and teach her all about cliques in high school, and most importantly, the plastics, the worst people you will ever meet. So among the plastics is their leader, Regina George, who is always dressed up. She always wins Spring Fling Queen. And then they have Gretchen, who has really big hair, so big, it's full of secrets. And then they have Karen Smith, who is the dumbest person you will ever meet. One time she tried to put G in the word orange. And so when Katie first meets the plastics, she doesn't understand why Damien and Janice don't like them, because they're nice to her and they want to be her friends. But soon enough, Katie realizes how evil Regina George is, because she tries to steal her man, Aaron Samuels. And so she decides she's going to go full undercover plastic and take them down from the inside out. And she kind of spirals out of control a little bit. But don't worry, someone gets hit by a bus and the whole thing gets resolved. So this movie made $129 million at box office, and now the musical in New York is raking up the big bucks. So to date, the Broadway show opened April 8th, 2018, and to date it has made $39 million so far. This week alone, it's set to make $1.2 million. And yeah, that's a lot of money. And so it's only been open for about 6 months, and each week it is getting well over $1 million in revenue. And so that means they have no sign of stopping, because as long as a Broadway show is making money, it's gonna run. So, but you might be asking, how is the show making so much money? Like, what is the deal? Well, it's because they have a really good creative team. So among their creative team is, of course, the cast. This cast has 3 Tony nominees for the show alone, which is Gray Henson, who plays Damien, Taylor Louderman, who plays Regina George, and Ashley Park, who plays Gretchen Wieners. And of course, there's the famous Carrie Butler, who is Broadway royalty. She played Miss Norbury. She recently just left. And then, of course, we can't forget my favorite, Barrett Wilbur-Weed, who was previously known for her work as Veronica in Heathers the Musical, an off-Broadway show. And in addition to the critically acclaimed cast, we have an amazing director who is also the choreographer. His name's Casey Niccolo. He directed this. He was nominated for his work on Mean Girls, and he's also in charge of directing The Book of Mormon, Aladdin, and he did choreography and won Tonys for that as well. And then lastly, of course, you can't forget Miss Tina Fey. There she is on opening night. She wrote the book for this, and her husband, Jeff Richmond, wrote the music, so they made a really good duo and really have made it a successful book. So, yeah, they have a really amazing creative team. Like, that's what made the show, of course, what it is. But the reason this is really successful is because it is a cult classic. A cult classic movie that has been popular back in 2004. It's popular now, and it's going to continue to be popular forever because of what it talks about. It's a satire on high school and bullying, and something we can all relate to, unfortunately, and something that people are going to relate to forever. And it's kind of a way to poke fun at something that is, can really hurt us, but at the same time we can come together and feel better about it, even though we're all really sad. So that, in addition to the amazing cast, the beautiful set, the costumes, it's just all came together and made a really amazing show. So overall, I'd say Mean Girls the musical is pretty fetch. Thank you.